I know I'm not the only one listening to this thinking, is this AI? Let's get into it, y'all. So I'm watching a new Chris Brown video, song titled Fallen, featuring Leon Thomas, and I'm hearing certain things about this song that are just a little AI leaning. The background vocal arrangement, some of the effects used on the vocals, even some of the vocal runs, things with the drums and the melodies, there are just certain tells about AI that I'm hearing, and I want to see if we could dissect this together. But this also poses a bigger question, because Chris Brown is one of the biggest artists in the world, and I love Chris Brown's music. He literally inspires everybody from a musical standpoint. So if in fact we listen to this and we determine there was AI participation, what does that say about where the music industry is heading? And also, I'm interested to know, can other people tell who don't make music, or do they even care? So let's check out the video. Let's find where the song starts.
For the smoothest blues of Virginia, Brown and the Midnight Saints.
Automatically off rip, the drums, the time signature. If you've used AI to make R&B music, you can hear these drum sounds and you know this is the vibe that AI goes with the drums. And then this distortion on the vocal for when he comes in for the intro. They never said our break would be like this. Even the bass line is so familiar to AI, is all I'm gonna say. And that little, like all of that right there, it sounds like, oh, that's an effect that AI would use. I'd wait a long time. These backgrounds, there's a certain way that AI does background vocal arrangement that is really dope. In all transparency, it's really cool, but it has a tell though, just the way it does it and how many layers it decides to use. Because one thing I'll notice with the music bed, it's not really that memorable or compelling with the guitars, but the background vocals and the lead vocals are truly the star, because we're human beings, right? And so a producer is going to want to have a guitar melody that everybody hears, a drum pattern that everybody hears. But I find that especially with R&B, the music is a little kind of lackluster. It's just holding it down. It's just a bed. There aren't too many memorable moments. Now in this song, there is a guitar solo, so that's the memorable moment. But a lot of times the music is very egoless, which can be cool, but it's kind of a tell. And listen to how the guitars, they're like warpy guitars. When I strum a guitar, you hear a strum, but it's not really strumming, you know, it's just kind of like warping, which could be an effect. But again, I don't know 100% if this is AI or not, but that's kind of a thing that you get from using AI. Cross that road. Yeah. For you, girl, I would have gone through the fire. Almost lost my soul. Somehow, girl, you make me whole. I said I've slept. Now the song is fire. It's not like you can't make amazing music with AI. What we trying to talk about here today is this what it's about to be? And if we're gonna use AI, can we do it without it sounding like AI? Because I'm gonna just burst a bubble. It's here. Producers are using it, artists are using it, everybody's using it. Okay, it's being used. But the magnitude of Chris Brown using it at, like, this is the highest level in music right here. This is like history, you know? I haven't heard a song from one of the biggest artists in the world where it's like kind of seemingly obvious that there was AI involved. Usually it's more covert, but to me, it sounds like AI. Fail, ain't doing too well. Trying to plant my feet on the floor. Can't believe how I'm falling. Somehow, girl, you wake me up. Baby, we ain't. Even the oohs in the background, like just this background vocal arrangement is so AI. Y'all remember when people were doing the covers of like rap songs and they would put it into AI and it would spit out like an oldies version? That's kind of the vibe that it rocks with when it's putting out this kind of music. And in this case, obviously Chris Brown is amazing and Leon Thomas is amazing. The producers behind this record, the engineers behind this record, they're all high level people. So it's gonna sound fire. It's gonna be a dope song. But the same way, if Timbaland makes a beat, I can kind of tell it's Timbaland. If Pharrell makes a beat, I can kind of tell it's Pharrell. If AI is kind of like the producer, it's like I can hear that AI produced this, you know. Still can be dope though. Ain't been making love. I just need a taste of your love. That's an AI moment right there. That's definitely something that AI would do. That just right at the end of that hook. You can almost hear it's like a doubling or something going on right there. And then listen to that ad-lib that comes right after. That's AI stuff. But you notice how we're listening to the song and the beat is just in the background. It's really key focus on the vocals, on the background vocals. Yeah, the horns came in and had an energy lift for a moment, but it's not a memorable melody that the guitars or the horns or the drums have. That's a big tell for this AI stuff.
Still falling for you, baby, and I don't know what to do.
Listen to these first set of background vocals that come in on this part.
I'm still falling for you.
You can almost hear a little bit of artifact. You can hear Chris's vocals, but you can hear a little warble or something.
I'm still falling for you, baby.
That's just the arrangement is just so AI coded. It's like there are certain artists who have a certain background vocal aesthetic in the way that they layer harmonies, like Brandy has a certain way, Missy Elliott has a certain way. Certain people just have certain things that they hear, and there's just a certain way that AI leans towards doing things, and I'm just hearing that.
I don't know what to do, baby. You know I got
Even that babe on the left,
what to do, baby.
super AI encoded. Like nobody even does that anymore. Just have some random background vocals off to the left. That's what AI does. And it's dope though. Don't get me wrong, it's dope. Especially it's like when you mix the AI with human or AI with HI or whatever, like maybe that's some kind of new combination that's about to be amazing because the song is fine. I like the song, you know, but it's like, wow, what's going on?
You know I got for you, baby. Fell in love when you landed. Didn't even know you had.
Now, this is also something that AI does. You notice how the guitar is not even playing no more. Like Leon Thompson's come in, we just had like a little bridge moment or a post-chorus moment, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. And the guitar still ain't came back. It's just been drums and bass because it's filling everything out with the vocals.
Wings, fix the damage at the past did. Fucked it up, I never had shit. I just wish we could get past it. Burning bridges till I pass me again. Yeah. I can't believe how I'm falling. Somehow, girl, you wake me up, Baby, we ain't been making love. I just need.
There's a little, it's like a little in the back tuck now that the hook comes in, but the hook is coming back right here and it grew it with background vocals instead of music. Now again, this could be a human choice, but most of the time humans bring more music in for the chorus. In this case, there's been a long journey throughout this song where there's been no like chordal melodic type music outside of the bass.
I can't believe how I'm falling.
Okay, now we got some horns.
I just can't keep chasing love. Keep chasing, I keep trying to make it up. I keep falling.
Like these runs and these background vocals, this is what AI does.
I keep falling.
Listen to how that transition happened with the kick and the bass. Just something about that feels weird and off. That doom, 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 And even the hi-hats feel a little like unprecise or something.
You know I die for you.
And those pads that the background vocals are doing, man, it's just what AI does. They do that with the pads for the background vocals. You hear those little oohs in the background?
Kill my love spiritually, killing me, I'm negative. Kill my soul, let me breathe. But you knew somehow, girl, you make me whole. I said I slept, fell, ain't doing too well. Trying to plant my feet on the block, can't believe how I'm falling.
Now, as we listen to this guitar solo by Leon Thomas, I wonder what y'all think. Do y'all think this guitar solo is AI? Song fire. Now we gotta listen to this part, because if you made it this far through the video, this is what really sealed the deal to me, that I am 99.99% sure that this was AI assisted as far as its creation. As we get to the credits, after, you know, they take a picture with the boy and they start rolling the credits, listen to these background vocals. You hear that? Those little glitches. I'm gonna take it back just a little bit. Those little dropouts. You hear those dropouts in these vocals? Another AI tale. That's what happens. And you hear that little warble when they say falling? It's almost like it doesn't even say falling, it's like falling in. You hear that? And now this sound like it was the demo, AI demo. You hear that falling in? That's how the AI does his run. So it's like, these are the AI vocals right here. So it's almost like he was not hiding it, which again, the magnitude of Chris Brown and Leon Thomas and Usher being in this video and Tank, like, what is that saying specifically in the context of AI? What does this mean? What's about to happen? Because AI is not going anywhere, especially not anytime soon. We might go somewhere before AI goes somewhere, but people are going to use it, and people have already been using it. What's crazy is now we have a song where Chris Brown and Leon Thomas with Tank on the background vocals, seems like they are using it too. So now that makes it more acceptable, to whereas there was a time where it was kind of frowned upon, but now is it okay if the production is AI, but as long as a human sings the lead vocals and maybe some of the background vocals are AI, that's cool? Or like, what does that do to the producers? Or can people even tell? Like, for the average person watching this video who is not in music, can they even tell? You know, I don't know. Do they even care though? That's the bigger question, is not even can they tell. Do people care? I don't know. Time will only tell. Or maybe it's kind of like everything else, it's only as good as the operator, because there was a time where you needed a real drummer in order to have drums on your track. And then there came a time where you could sample somebody's real drums, chop it up in a drum machine. And then it came a time where there was just drum packs. You could just download drum packs off the internet and make your own drum patterns. Now you could be a prompter and you could type in whatever drums you want, but it still is only going to be as good as the operator or the prompter in this case. So I am very interested to know what y'all think about AI in music or in art in general. Let me know in the comments. This is an ongoing conversation. There's so much more that I could have talked about as far as certain AI tales in the music, but I didn't want to make this video a whole hour long. I want to keep it short and sweet for y'all. So if you're liking the vibe, like and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.